Today we are going to learn how to crochet this little bee. First, magic ring. Wrap the wire around your pinky. Put it on the index finger. Form a coil on the middle finger. Then crochet through the loop and hook the thread through. Wrap the thread from above and bring it through the loop on the crochet hook. This is a CH chain stitch. The CH is not used as a stitch. We hook 6 SC in the first round single crochet. The crochet hook goes through the loop and hooks the thread through. This time there are 2 loops on the crochet hook. Wrap the thread over the loop on the crochet hook. In this way, the left and right cotton threads are 1 stitch. We are going to hook a total of 6 SC. After hooking 6 SC, take off the coil, find the short wire. Tighten it, pull to the center. There's no hole here. And then with the first stitch SSSL straight ship stitch. This is the CH from earlier. The CH is not used as a pin number. The first stitch goes through the crochet hook here and hooks the thread through. Bring the thread straight through the loop on the crochet hook and pull it tight. This looks like a ship stitch. This completes the first loop. Next, the crochet hook is wrapped around the loop on the crochet hook. This looks like a CH. Then we hook 6 inch increase. The hook 4 inch is hook 2 SC in each stitch. Where we entered the first stitch, it's in the ship stitch, the CH stitch. Hook a SC first, then continue in the same stitch pattern. Hook another SC. This way 2 stitches are 1 inch. We are going to hook 6. After we've hooked 6 inch, we are with the first ship stitch. This completes the second loop. The total number of stitches in the second round is 12. Next, hook H. And then we'll start the third loop. The pattern for the third loop is 1 SC and 1 inch. Hook 6 sets of 18 stitches for this round. We will start with a SC in the first stitch. Second stitch into the needle, hook an inch. This way 3 stitches are grouped together. We hook the last group and the first ship stitch. And then we hook a CH. Next, start the fourth loop. The pattern for the fourth loop is 1 SC and 1 inch and 1 SC in a group. Hook 6 groups. This loop is 24 stitches. Let's enter the first stitch. Let's start with the SC. Second, hook an inch. Third, hook a SC. This makes a group of 4 stitches. When we're done, we are going to stitch with the first ship stitch. Next, we'll hook a CH. Next, hook a 5th loop. The pattern for the 5th loop is 3 SC and 1 inch. Hook 6 sets of 30 stitches in this loop. Let's start with 3 SC. And then we hook an inch. This is a group of 5 stitches. Hook the last and first ship stitch. Next, hook a CH. Next, a 6th loop. The pattern for the 6th loop is 2 SC, 1 inch and 2 SC. Hook 6 sets of 36 stitches for this round. Let's start with 2 SC. Then we hook an inch. Then hook 2 more SC. Sew 6 stitches in a group. Hook the last and first ship stitch. Next, hook a CH. and then we'll start the 7th loop. The pattern for the 7th loop is 5 SC and 1 ink as a group. Hook 6 groups. This loop is 42 stitches. Let's start with 5 SC. Then we hook an ink. That's 7 stitches in a row. Hook the last and first ship stitch. Next, hook ACH, and then the 8th loop. The pattern for the 8th loop is 3 SC and 1 ink 3 SC in a group. Hook 6 sets. This loop is 48 stitches. Let's start with 3 SC. Then we hook an ink. Then 3 more SCs. This makes a group of 8 stitches. Hook the last and first ship stitch. Next, hook ACH. And then the 9th loop. Rounds 9 through 14 are all hooked in one round of 48 SC without adding or subtracting. For each hooked loop, ship stitch, CH, hook the next turn, from the 9th to the 14th loop. That's 6 laps. Finish him off. After hooking the 14th loop, and then we hook ACH. At this point, you can put the bee's tentacles through him first. Find an approximate location. Find an approximate position over here. This outer half of the 3rd circle, find a center position here, for your reference. And then we continue to hook down. Let's put this one here for now. Keep hooking down. Next, hook the 15th loop. For the 15th loop, we'll hook 3 SC and 1 deck in a group of 3 SC. 6 sets of hooks finish the loop. The number of stitches is 42. We'll start with 3 SC. And then we hook a deck decrease. Deck, we are picking the outer half of this stitch. The next stitch is also the outer half. Then hook the thread over. Bring the wire over the coil. This looks like a deck. And then 3 more SC hooks. So 7 stitches in a row. Hook the last group. We are with the first ship stitch. Next, we'll hook H, and then the 16th loop. The pattern for the 16th loop is 5 SC and 1 December. Hook 6 sets, finish the loop. 36 stitches. Let's start with 5 SC. And then we'll hook a December. Sew 6 stitches in a group. Hook the last and first ship stitch. Next, we can fill him in with some cotton. After we've stuffed the cotton, we are going to hook the 17th loop. Let's start with H. For the 17th loop, we'll hook 2 SCs, 1 deck and 2 SCs as a group. Hook 6 sets of hooks and finish the round. 30 stitches. You'll start with 2 SC. Then hook a deck. Then hook 2 SC. Sew 5 stitches in a group. After the last group, we'll with the first ship stitch. Next, hook ACH, and then we'll start the 18th loop. The pattern for the 18th loop is 3 SC and 1 December. Hook 6 sets finish this loop. The number of stitches is 24. We'll start with 3 SC. Then we hook a deck. This makes a group of 4 stitches. Hook the last group. We'll with the first ship stitch. Then hook ACH. Leave a longer section of thread. For sewing later. Next, we'll crochet the body. Magic ring 3 SC. Then take off the coil and pull it tight. And the first ship stitch. This way, tighten him up. Next, hookage. Hook 3 inks in the second loop. After the 3 ink hooks and the first ship stitch, now tighten. Let's turn it over. Let's cut this thread. Next, hook ACH. Hook 6 SC. This is the third loop. Hook up 6SC and the first ship stitch. Next, hook ACH. Then hook a fourth loop. The fourth loop is to hook 6 ink, 12 stitches after this round. After hooking 6 ink and the first ship stitch. Next, hook ACH. Then hook the fifth loop. For the fifth loop, we'll hook 12 ink. The number of stitches in this loop is 24. Finish him off. And when you're done, stitch it with the first ship stitch. Next, the sixth stitch. On the sixth loop, we'll hook 3 SC and 1 ink in a set of 6. Hook a CH first. 3 SC. 1 ink. This makes a group of 5 pins. The number of stitches in this loop is 30. Hook the last set of stitches. First ship stitch. Next, hook ACH. And then the seventh loop. For the seventh loop, we hook 2 SC and 1 ink in a group of 2 SC. For 6 sets of hooks, the number of stitches in this loop is 36. Start by hooking 2 SC. Then hook an ink. Then hook 2 more SC. Sew 6 stitches in a group. Hook the last and first ship stitch. Next, the 8th loop. Hook a CH first. Hook a SC on the 8th loop. That's 36 stitches. On the 36th stitch, we'll hook an unfinished SC here. Then switch to the yellow line. Hook him up. And then with the yellow thread with the first ship stitch. Press this thread a bit. Next, we'll hook the 9th through 12th loops with the yellow thread. Here are all 36 SC without adding or subtracting. Hook a ship stitch at the end of each loop, CH, then hook the next stitch. This way you can cut the thread. Hook him up. 9 through 12 are 36 stitches. We are up to the 12th loop. And now the last stitch. We hook ASC in the unfinished stitch, and then convert the brown thread. Then find the position of the first stitch. Press the thread over the top of the crochet hook ship stitch. Then hook ACH. The next 13th through 15th loops are all hooked in brown thread. 36 SC. When we hook, we press this thread. And then we cut the thread. And then we'll continue to hook down. It's the same from the 13th to the 15th loop. This way, hook the 15th loop and the first ship stitch and in ACH. The next 16th lap. The pattern for the 16th lap is 2 SC 1 deck, 2 SC in a group. For 6 sets of hooks, the number of stitches in this loop is 30. Let's start with 2 SC. Then we hook a deck. Then hook 2 more SC. This makes a group of 5 stitches. Hook the last stitch and the first ship stitch. Next, hook ACH, and then the 17th loop. The pattern for the 17th loop is 3 SC and 1 December. For 6 sets of 6 hooks, the number of stitches in this loop is 24. We'll start with 3 SC. Then hook a deck. This way 4 stitches are grouped together. Hook the last stitch and the first ship stitch. Then hook ACH. Let's hide this thread. And then fill it with some cotton. After the cotton is filled, we'll move on to sew it to the head. This is one stitch on top and one stitch on bottom, and then we are going to stitch him through. Keep sewing in this pattern. When we're done, we'll hide the thread. And then we disconnect it. Next, we'll crochet the wings. Magic ring. Hook ACH. Hook 6SC first. Then take off the coil, tensioning, and the first ship stitch. And the first stitch is done. Next, hook ACH. Then hook 6 ink. The second round of stitches is 12 stitches. These 2 stitches are the main stitches after the hook and the first ship stitch. Hook another CH. Next, the third loop. The pattern of the third lap is 1 SC and 1 ink dominant. For 6 sets of hooks, the number of stitches in this loop is 18. Let's start with ASC. Then we hook an ink. This way 3 stitches are grouped together. When you are done with the first ship stitch, next hook ACH. And then the pattern for the fourth loop is 1 SC and 1 ink and 1 SC in a group. For 6 sets of 6 hooks, the number of stitches in this loop is 24. We'll start by hooking ASC. Then we hook an ink. Then hook an SC. This makes a group of 4 stitches. When you're done with the first ship stitch, then hook ACH. The next 5 to 6 loops, we are all hooking 24 SC without adding or subtracting. Hook him up to the 6th loop. Hook the 6th loop and we'll be in the first ship stitch. And then we hook ACH. Next, the 7th loop. Hook ASC, a deck, ASC as a group. Hook 6 sets of 18 stitches for this round. Hook ASC first. Then hook a deck. Then hook ASC. This way 3 stitches are grouped together. Hook the last group. And then with the first ship stitch, hook ACH. The next 8 to 9 loops, all hooked 18 SC without adding or subtracting. Hook to the 9th loop. Hook the last stitch and the first ship stitch. Hook ACH. Next, crochet the 10th loop. For the 10th round, we crochet ASC and a deck in a group. For 6 sets of hooks, the number of stitches in this loop is 12. Hook an SC first, then hook a deck. This way 2 stitches are grouped together. Hook the last group and the first ship stitch. And then the next 11th lap, we hook 12 SC. Hook the 12 SC and the first ship stitch. Then hook a CH on this side to give him a break. And again with this wing, we'll give him another hook. Next, we'll do the cheeks. Straight magic ring and then hook 8 SC. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then take off the coil. Tighten the ship stitch with the first stitch. Broken thread. Let's hook him up with another one of these. Next, we'll do the assembly. We are going to take this wire and we are going to fasten it here. A little bit of hot melt glue to hold it in place. Then adjust the angle, and then give it a length adjustment as well. It's too long, let's make it shorter. Let's make it the same length on both sides. Next, we'll use this 2-strand brown thread. Wrap the thread around this. A few more wraps around the tip of the tentacle here, and then a little glue to hold it in place. And then we break the wire to hold it in place. And then we're going to give him a little bit of a fix on the bottom piece. Then hide the threads a bit. And then this half of our tentacle, he's got a hold on it. And the other half of it the same way. Next, the eyes are fixed in place. And then we glue him. And then we sew up the mouth. A little more blush. And finally, we'll stitch the wings together. Find the location. This is the approximate position that will work. And that's it. And then the other side works the same way. After the wings are sewn together, our little bee is done.